current day. Tracks and points, but the cars are not. They're from 1998, when the racing was heavy and hard. Everyone had tobacco sponsors, and no one drove high to ride the rail. Back when it was all about raising hell, turning left and praising Dale. The classic racing style brought to you good as new. You'll see drivers you remember that you love, and some that you love to hate. See, I was found gaming racing series NASCAR Heat 5 in 1998.
All right, we're here, NASCAR Heat 5, 1998 mod. And we're at Iowa, kind of a short track, a bit of a short track. And we ran a 23.8 in practice, and then actually backed it up with our fastest lap. We were really aggressive there in qualifying, and I said I just want to try and be a little aggressive and see what I could get out of it. So that puts us 16th. We qualified 17th, so somebody went to the back. You know, we're pretty solidly in the chase. We're kind of messing around. We're still 9th in points, but we have a chance to be as high as 5th if we can get these next few races right. So a good run here would go a long way for us. And I feel pretty good about, you know, the track. I like the short track racing, and I like it was really the first time I've been to Iowa. I don't think I've seen this track before or raced on it, so this is the first time I got to run out there on it, and I felt pretty good about it. So hopefully we can get a good run here. And we're underneath the lights, which is always a huge plus. But you see a lot of the usual suspects up front there. Jeremy Mayfield failed tech inspection. Ricky Craven failed pre-race inspection, and then Bobby Labonte puts it on the pole as he tries to chase down Jeff Gordon after being passed. And we'll start row 8 next to Johnny Benson behind Steve Grissom.
Be ready.
See if we can't navigate our way through this field. See if a new winner cracks their way into the chase.
Got a car coming inside now.
Gross.
Still there.
Woo!
Got one down low now. 3 wide now.
Not sure what's up with that line from Steve Grissom, but
Clear low, bud. 3 wide now. Clear low there. Got a car low now. Top 3, use it if you need it.
we're passing guys. We're getting past. We've really made like absolutely no headway on this field so far. Even though we have been going around some people.
Clear low. Car high, careful there. Hold your line, got one inside.
I think I kind of want to be on the inside. Certainly not in the middle.
Hold your line there. Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear there. Got a car coming inside now.
Bruce.
Still there. Stay high up here. Wow, that's bad. Clear low. Got one peeking outside. Inside. Clear low, bud.
Any. David Green trying to make a late push towards the playoffs potentially. 4 wide coming out of 4 here at Iowa.
Hold your line, got one inside. Looking inside now. Clear high, bud. Top 3, use it if you need it. Inside.
Just hard to keep down on the inside here. We'll try and clean it up here in the
Still there
next.
inside.
See, just
Top
they stick their
3,
nose
easy
in
to
there, kind of force us high. Not exactly the line we want to run.
Inside, inside.
Car has a tendency to want to drift up, especially coming out of through 3 and into
Careful,
4
still
there.
there.
You know, normally the high line at these tracks gives you a chance to kind of get back into the gas quicker, but
Careful, still there.
I'm not really seeing that here on the high line here at Iowa.
Hold your line, stay high.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the laps that we're putting down.
Car there on the inside. All right, clear low. Inside, inside. Clear all around.
Riding around in 10th, halfway through this race. Jeff Gordon out front.
Time to go. Keep it nice and smooth for us.
I wonder how it determines like who does well at a track like this that obviously these guys have never raced at.
Still there?
In 98, they probably just take it thing based on like similar tracks like this.
Careful, still
And they're
there.
probably like, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt are good everywhere. Let's just go ahead and make them good here too.
Still there, inside. All right, you're clear there. Inside, inside. Clear low there. Looking inside now. You got room, you're clear there.
You know, these runs right here, these top 10s, that's what we're going to need in the first couple rounds of the chase. But we're just going to have to find a way to get a bit more speed towards the end if we want to try and compete for a championship.
Still there.
That's a good lap.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside. Hold your line, got one outside. All clear. Still there inside.
Hey, well, you open up that inside at all for them. They will
Time to
take
go,
it.
big time back. All right, you're clear.
And there you see just the high line, not even working for the computer in this instance.
Stay high, stay high. Got a car coming inside now. Clear all around there. Inside, inside. You're all clear on the bottom there. All right, you're clear there.
Beg to differ.
Got one peeking inside. Clear low. Clear all around. Outside.
That was not intentional. We were trying to, I was trying to get off this bumper, but it just, inertia and momentum and stuff, right? You know, honestly, 6th through 9th right here, pretty fast, keeping up with everybody in front of them.
One flag. Next time by. Stay on the bottom here. You got room. You're clear. low. Still there. All right, you're clear there.
Oh boy.
Inside.
Yeah, freaking. Gotta stay in the gas here.
Top 10. Can't complain about that.
All right, 8th place. We'll take that. That's not too shabadoo, I guess. But yeah, we'll take a look and see who led the most laps. We'll see who had the fastest lap. My guess is Jeff Gordon for both. And then we'll see where things kind of played out there. But we'll take 8th place. Let's take a look at the results here from Iowa. And Jeff Gordon brings home another win. And in a tough one for us, Rusty Wallace coming in second. And he also logs the fastest lap of the race for a bonus point. A good run for Ricky Rudd. He kind of solidifies his spot in the chase. Going to take a lot to knock him out now. A lot of usual suspects here in the top 10. These guys are, excluding Rudd, I think these are the top 10 in points. So no real big surprises there. Good run for Ted Musgrave in 11th. Ken Schrader, who was right there on the chase cutoff line. An anomaly there for Dale Jarrett. Kind of a slow day for him back there in 16th. Mike Skinner still looking to get his way into the chase. Johnny Benson trying to race his way in as well. Bad day for Bobby Hemphill. Real bad day for Jeff Bodine. He's the one that kind of takes the worst case from it as far as trying to get his way into the chase. This is not a day that he could afford to have, but thankfully for him, as I pull up the schedule to see where we're going after this, but thankfully for him, he's got a pretty good bubble to work with. You kind of see just a lot of people running where they do. The bad days for Bodine and Hamilton and stuff, like it was a day for Kyle Petty to really step up. It was a day for Rick Mast to step up, but he was one of the two guys who didn't qualify for the race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the points now. Jeff Gordon still out front. He now has a 30-point lead with this win over Bobby Labonte. We sit 9th in points, 4 points behind Mark Martin, 10 points behind Rusty, 18 behind Jarrett, and 24 behind Jeff Burton. So, we're right there, but that being said, we're 38 points ahead of Ernie Irvin. So we kind of have to be cognizant of that. Down here at the chase, Ken Schrader and Mike Skinner are tied. They are tied for the final chase spot, and we'll have to figure out what that chase tiebreaker will be. I'd say probably best finish, which looks like it might go to Kenny Schrader at Texas, where he finished second and Mike Skinner finished third. So that race alone could loom large as far as the chase goes. Skinner is going to have to pull ahead of Schrader to get his spot in the chase. But right now, Ken Schrader has it at 427. These guys, Bodine, Hamilton, Rudd has really kind of solidified his way in with a 68-point lead over last place. I wouldn't count out Johnny Benson and Ricky Craven yet, but they're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need both these guys to falter and fall, and we only have 3 races left before we reach the playoffs. So 3 races to go. This is how they look right here. Here's top 5s, wins, top 10s, top 20s. That is the 9th win of the season for Jeff Gordon. He is absolutely crushing it in the standings. He has been hot lately with no finish lower than 13th in the last 20-ish races. He did not start out well. Where was he at the start of the season? Yeah, 11, 5, 5, 6, that 40th at Homestead. That's what put him behind, the 1 point there. And then after Homestead, he has just kind of turned it on and been there. So 9 wins for him, 18 top 5s, and he's got 10 bonus points to boot. He's going to be probably the leader going into the playoffs. We'll see what happens, though. We're solidly in, but we're definitely fighting. I feel like each bonus point is going to be worth it, so we really need to just kind of focus on putting down fast laps and maybe getting out front in some of these races and leading some laps. Of course, next week we throw a spanner in the works. We got Watkins Glen coming up, and that's going to be a tough one for us because we are not road course racers, as we've proven this season already. So it'll just kind of be a matter of, being smart. And that's what we'll have to go out there and do, is be smart. And we'll see if we can do we can keep ourselves kind of right here, pace with everybody else. It'll take a top 20 finish to not fall too far behind here. But yeah, next week at the Glen, we'll see you there. For this week, though, I was pretty happy. It was a competitive race. You know, it felt like both the high, the low line were working. We didn't really have many problems running into anybody or anything. I think we could have ran a little bit better. We just, you miss a couple corners, and especially there at the end. We missed turn 3 at the end, and Ernie got around us, and that's a matter of 1 point. We'd be 3 points behind Mark Martin instead of 4, and you never know how that could play up down the road. So I was still happy with the top 10. I'll take a top 10 each and every week. That's our 14th top 10 of the season. So hopefully we can keep that going, and hopefully we can find a way to pick up some spots and maybe move up in the points. So yeah, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just enjoy your YouTube experience. And we'll see you next Wednesday for the NASCAR Heat 5 1998 mod right here on Allen Farm Gaming. Thanks for watching.